So guys, are you able to hear me? Is my voice is clear for you? All right. So welcome to Trade Clue. My name is Chinmay, and today we are going to do some reviews for past 2 weeks, as it was a Diwali week earlier. So I hope you have enjoyed the Diwali, and that's why we had the lecture or this review session in the past week. So we'll complete all the trade alerts that we have generated in past 2 weeks. We quickly do the analysis, and we'll start with the today's session as well. Okay. So first of all, are you guys closely tracking the alerts, and are you started taking the trades as well? Those who are completely new, first of all, welcome to Trade Clue. And yes, if you have any doubts or anything as such, so we have a YouTube channel, a dedicated YouTube channel, where you can see my post sessions. Have some sessions regarding all the queries, all the segments that we have covered. So you will also come to know if an alert generated on the system, how to proceed buying and selling, looking at the alert, what are the different alerts, what are the type of alerts, and what are the importance, when to trade them. Is it any alert that comes in the morning, is there any alert that comes in the afternoon, and how to approach them, right? So how many of you are tracking all the alerts that have generated in the month of November? Are you able to make money with this? Because the alerts accuracy is very high, right? We have alert accuracy more than 85% for this entire month. And if you observe, we don't provide n number of things. So either of this will work, either of if it will not work. We have some handpick alerts, right? Thanks, Sahil. So guys, today's session specifically, it is for your opinions, what you have the thoughts, or what's your thought process at moment, where you guys are stuck in at moment. So you can tell me, you can write down your queries and comments, so that we can cover each and every part, right? So first of all, when you land up on the page in the morning, say 9 a.m., what are the things that you start observing? Generally, as a trader, when you start your day, and in the morning when you start engaging with the markets, what you start observing? First thing first. If I unmute someone now, if I unmute everyone, make sure if you have any queries or any doubts, you can ask me, okay? So I don't want to make this conversation one side, okay? If you have any thoughts, any doubts, you can ask me directly, right? So I'm unmuting yourself, but make sure if you have any background noise with you, keep muted yourself, okay? All right. So there are a lot of questions that started coming. So we'll go one by one, okay? So first of all, I'll tell you how my day starts. So generally, I engage with the screen somewhere around 8:45 to 8:30, and what I start observing is the world market, okay? First of all, you need to know what are the world markets are doing. So how you can approach the world markets? There are some sites like investing.com or money control, right, where you can engage the world markets. So here, if you see, these are the world markets. So first thing first, what you need to understand is how Nasdaq or how the US market closed a day prior. Because generally these are the markets which impacts the all other global markets. So depending upon that market, usually we also start seeing the similar moves in Asian markets, right? These are the major Asian market. What are they? Nikkei, Straits Times, Hang Seng, right? Chinese markets. So when we start observing this market, we also get the idea what kind of opening we can also have. So you can start tracking the SGX Nifty. And then you will also come to know, okay, if the US market closed in red, a similar impact is on Asian market. They have started trading on a weaker note, and SGX Nifty is also showing you some weakness. So definitely we'll come to know what our morning will be in red, or chances are there that the downside we can see at least in the morning session, right? Now, the very few times we buck the trend, the global trend I am talking about, when we have some are domestic reasons like the results outcome of election, any major RBI meet, or any PM meeting will be there, right? At that time, we see some bucking trend. Otherwise, we are also coordinating with the global markets, right? And then, first thing that you will understand that at least in the morning tick, if I'll go with the major markets, which is a major trend, chances are very good in the morning itself I can have some good trades. Now, if you see, we always give you the watch list, right? Have you started tracking the watch list, guys? So every day in the morning itself, you will start popping, the screen will start popping up with the some buy and sell stocks, right? Now, these are the stocks which are good to trade next day. Now, what you need to understand, you need to also understand what is the day trend. Now, suppose I'm having HDFC for buy, ICICI Bank for buy, LT for sell, or any other stock for selling. At that time, if I come to know that the global markets are having weaker signs, the SGX Nifty is also showing you the weak sign. Moreover, at 9 a.m. 7 minutes, 8 minutes, we also get what? The pre-market data. We will come to know, okay, markets are about to open 0.5% down. Now, rather looking for the buying stocks, start focusing on the selling stocks. Now, this is very important because we want to adjust ourselves with the major trend. And in that case, say suppose I'm having LT in my selling radar. So what I will do is I will track the important levels of Larsen and Toubro. So suppose now at moment it is 11:32. I don't have any other level till 11:16. That means a 16 rupee. So there is a 16 rupee available to mint. And in that case, in the morning itself, the stock starts showing you similar signs. That is started falling. First of all, DS, which is nothing but daily support, can be the first target. Now, sometime what happen that I will be having any other stock, say suppose SBI. Now, if you see, as soon as it opens, but opens with gap down and it breaches DS. Now, I'll be even more interested to go and short SBI because the daily support has broken. Now, if that breaks with a particular pattern, it will be even helpful. Now, what are the morning patterns that we look for? As I've explained you in the earlier sessions as well. NY pattern, yes, Nimesh, perfect. Right, so we see ORBs as well. NY red green. That's perfect, Devashish. So we see this kind of structures, right? The green bar and red bar, these are generally the strong bars, the ORBs, and most importantly, NY pattern. Now, NY pattern Pro directly give you the idea where exactly you can initiate your trade. And the general alerts sometimes also provide you a very good structures. Now, Pro alerts directly ask you to go and buy or sell accordingly. Even the morning buzzers. Now, morning buzzers are something which is very quick to trade with, and we get very few alerts. So you can focus definitely on NY pattern, the green bar and red bars, and according to that we can have some trades, right? So let's check from 9th November. We haven't done the actual trade analysis. So if you'll see what we had on 9th November, it was Coforge, right? And the issue that came up with the Coforge that it changed its name from NIT Tech to Coforge, and that's why it wasn't showing you on the chart, but trade was very smooth, right? In the morning itself, it formed a red candle. Let me show you so you will also get the idea. Okay. So this was the day when we actually get what? The Coforge to trade. That is 9th November. Now I will show you some of the insights. Okay. First of all, if you see on hourly chart, do you see any pattern here? Can anyone tell me what it is up till here from last 3 days? What was in making? Come on quickly. Those who do analysis, the technical analysis, can you tell me what it is? Isn't it? It's an ascending triangle, right? Now, moreover, if you observe in EODs and aftermarket alerts, generally, here are some things that you can analyze a day prior. Okay. So, I will show you one another important thing. Okay. Now, being a reversal trader, I use this a lot. Okay. What it is? When price makes lower low. Okay. This was a good fall that happened in Coforge, right? For past few days. If you see here, Coforge was just going down for last few days, right? And RSI actually made what? A oversold condition, if you can see here, right? And then it again fell down. So that's why price made lower low. At the same time, what happened with RSI? It started making higher low. And if you know, it was the stock which started popping up in what? RSI bullish divergence. Are you getting this point? This is nothing but a pure divergence. And then after, on the price itself, it made what? it made a very good ascending triangle. Now guys, I'm not a big fan of any indicators, but still they gives you a biasness. Now when you are going to trade, we are going to trade only when we get a pure price action pattern, because uh, being a technical trader, I thoroughly believe on whatever patterns that are in forming. Don't you think it's a killer combo? Exactly. So if you're having such higher probabilities, and that too if you start getting those stocks in the live alerts, make sure you can go with a better quantity. Now see on 5-minute chart what happened. So this was the sorry so this was the exact day when price open gap up, right? And the first 5-minute candle, it's a red one. As soon as the second candle formed, see here, as soon as the second candle formed, what will happen? It took the support of the ascending triangles upper edge. So whatever earlier level which acted as what, a resistance, now acting as what, a very good support, right? So now whoever sellers which were stuck in that zone, now they need to do unwinding their position, and that's how you will get your super trade. As soon as the second candle closes above that zone, and that was about DI as well, here you can think about going in your trade. Now generally with the pro alerts we provide the stop losses as well, but if you will come to know that first 5-minute traders were more of a seller and they now got stuck. These are the trap sellers in the system. They will start unwinding their position as soon as they will start seeing their position in losses. Now that's why here exactly you can put your stop loss. And then after, when it will start going up, as a part of your active trade management, what you need to do, first thing first, you need to trail your stop loss near your buy zone. And for the entire day, if the market is trending, you can trail your stop losses near new higher lows. This is the active management. If you want to get an extra edge over these strategies, either it will be a buying side recommendation or a selling side recommendation. Do this thing. First of all, punch your orders in MIS. I hope you know what is MIS, what is cover order, what is bracket orders, right? What I do, I personally punch the orders in MIS. I don't prefer the cover order and bracket order. These are the instruments to give you higher leverages. And the initial time, rather focusing on getting higher leverage, try to focus on smooth execution. Because in cover order and bracket orders, you need to get in once and you will exit once, right? Unless it will get split. But generally, the cover orders and the bracket orders, we punch once. As soon as we'll trail the stop loss, we hit the stop loss, we are out of the trade. Sometime what happens, sometime day allows us to have a very good trend. So it was a trending day throughout from the start. Now, on such occasions, when the market is ready to give you more, if you are punching the orders using MIS, the benefit of that is, say suppose I was buyer with 100 quantity as far as my risk appetite is concerned. What I will do is, as soon as I will get 1:2 kind of risk reward ratio, I will immediately wind up my 50 to 60 quantities. Why? Now it's a partial booking. If you see our messages, you always get this message, book partial and trail your stop losses near buy level or sell level. It's very important. First thing first, now you're not going to lose anything as soon as you will trail your stop loss near entry level. Second, now you have booked something. Even if the stock takes the reversal, you're not going to lose anything. Now, if it's a trending day, the rest 40 quantities or rest 50 quantities also provide you a very good profit. So for the throughout day, you will be in a winning position. That is a part of your active trade management. And that's why I prefer going for MIS orders. Clear, guys? Sorry. All right. So Praveen is asking me that it happened in Balkrishna Industries and ICICI Bank. So was that trending for the entire day? Which day you are talking about? So Nimesh is saying that he is not comfortable with more leverage. Can we do it normal as well? It's perfectly fine. Nimesh, aim is not to go for leverages. Leverage is for those who know the skin of the game. Mine, if you're having knowledge properly how to use it, not having extraordinary expectations, but you know, if you have a sharp execution skills, you can think about it. But before that, you also need to know that out of 10 trades, 7 to 8 trades are going in my direction. It's a higher probability, just like our stock alerts. But then you also need to know how to perform with that. Early stage, for beginners, I would request you not to use any leverage. Rather, go with the quantity which is allowed with your normal demat holding. Otherwise, what will happen? Whatever risk you are taking, if it's not defined, then you will start panicking as soon as the position will start turning against you. Right? So Balkrishna Industries on 6th November you're talking about, right? Let's see. So first of all, have you made money at that day in Balkrishna Industries? Right? Okay. All right. All right. Now see, I guess this was the glitch which took the SL, right? And then it started moving in the direction. What I do generally, when I enter in a stock, now this was another base violation. See, the first candle was a red one, right? And then as soon as we get a closing candle above that zone, we entered with buying somewhere around 14, 26, 27 zone, right? Then it started retracing and coming just below an important level. It took a glitch and then again moved here. Now see, as an active trader, what I do, I now know this will become a resistance for that day. So it's not ready to go above that zone. It took my stop loss as well. And then after, as soon as I get another closing candle above this, I'll come to know whoever in this zone, being a buyer seller, there's a tussle muscle going on. And now the strong players come up with the upper hand. And these are the players who are long or the buyers. Here you can get another opportunity to enter. Now, for beginners, I will not request to enter in a stock again and again. For those who know, now there's a clear trend and whatever cluster was there formed in the morning session is now taken out completely on closing basis. Here you will get the another opportunity keeping a small stop loss. But that's a part of game. But same day, same thing happened that it was a trending day throughout, and it made a decent highs as well, right? Okay. If you want to re-enter in any stocks, let me check. So have you started observing the dotted lines? This was the day, right? Now, generally what happened, when you start observing the stock, and as soon as you will start getting a strong lines, the dotted lines, right? Now here, you need to understand a very heavy action happened between the buyer and seller. Now, generally, when you see a strong candles, that suggest that a very good volume has generated. In that case, you need to consider them as your dynamic supports and resistances. Now think about it. As soon as a very good support has breached, the resistance has breached, now it will turn into a very good breakout where you can put your small stop loss below the current sideways structure, and you can look for your scalping opportunity, right? So there'll be some days when you will get a volatile activity here and there. See, I would suggest you, if you get a stop loss in one particular stock, rather entering in the same stock again and again, start finding the another opportunity. Because in FNO, we have more than 135 stocks, right? If you start engaging in the same stock for the entire day and that stock is not having a good volumes or a very good open interest generated in futures, chances are very less that it will show you a very finest direction. Okay. And that's why we come up with some of the stocks which are having both. So you will get some trending activities, at least for half an hour, at least for an hour. Because no one likes, as an intraday trader, no one likes to stuck in a trade for a longer time, right? If the stocks gives you a quick result, that would be an additional benefit. If the stock is not moving in your direction for more than an hour, start thinking that, okay, we are committed entering in a wrong stock or in a wrong time. All right. It's a part of discipline. What I do, I generally trail my stop losses closer when I'm stuck in a stock. I don't want to give up on my capital for sitting hours and hours, and then it will start turning opposite me. All right. Okay. So Nimishji is asking, what I've observed that green dotted line suddenly changes into red one, right? So you tell me, okay, let's go and take any other example, okay? I will give you a simple buyer seller's logic, okay? Rather for this kind of activities. Now see here. Now, just here only, we start observing this thing, okay? At the last, stock started taking a support here, okay? Right? Next day, it tried to breach. This is the first 5-minute candle. It tried to breach the same zone. What happened? Now, whoever was stuck in that trade started pulling the price down. What do you mean by that? Earlier, day was going smooth and ICICI ended at high. Now, looking at the strong candles, what generally people do? They start doing BTST. What do you mean by that? buy today, sell tomorrow, thinking that there's a good green closing that happened on the stock. It closes near day's high. It's a strong momentum in that stock. They get in a stock for the next day's quick gains. What happened next day? It opened gap down. Now, all those players who are stuck in here, now what they will try to do, first thing first, they will start unwinding their position as soon as price will start coming up, coming at their buy level. And that's why generally the earlier support resistance zone turn into the opposite one. That means the earlier support zone now turn into what? A resistance. So think about it. If I'm having a red dot here, okay, and my price is breaching comfortably that zone, and if the price takes a retesting, now this resistance will turn into support. That's how exactly the red dot lines are now turned into a green one, because the price has closed comfortably above it. So now whoever is seller below that zone, now they will turn into buyer, and that's how this will turn into a dynamic support. Are you getting this point, Mulidharji? Intraday trading is nothing but who is getting trapped, a buyer or seller. If you start observing the quick moves, generally they are made with the unwindings of opposite direction players. Okay, so that's how you will get all these important zones. So it may be your daily support and resistances, it may be your dynamic lines, it may be your red or green boxes for the next day's confirmation. Always think about them, who is in position, what buyers are doing, what sellers are doing. If you'll get it comfortably, you will come to know what is the next course of action. All right. Yes, Debashishi. So if you see two or three lines at the same time, it will start forming a very strong zone. Okay. You need to observe what are the actions happening in that zone. Okay. If there is any pattern which is emerging, definitely you can think about going for such patterns. All right. Yeah. Any other questions you guys having? Let's talk about the other alerts as well. So this was the Coforge. This was the Eicher motor given in the same day. If you see what happened in Eicher motor, it's a 15-minute candle. Okay. I will show you the importance of this ORBs as well. So you will come to know. What do you mean by, first of all, ORB? Anyone? Now see. Now, that day, in your buying selling recommendation, Eicher motor was one of the stock, right? If you start seeing here, you will come to know that in the first 5 minutes, in the first 15 minutes, it formed a range. In that range, if you see here, DR level was in between that zone. Now, see here. Say, this is where somewhere your DR line was there, which is now acting as a strong zone. The stock is in your buying radar. What happened in on 15 minute? It formed, in first 15 minutes, it formed a zone. It's your 15-minute opening range, and few candles are still in that zone. Now, as soon as you will get breakout from that zone, whoever seller in that zone, now they got stuck. Your stock is already in with the buying biasness. The stock formed ORB. It is above an important level. As soon as you will get a breakout above that zone, you can think about entering in it. It formed a very good SW pattern. That is a sandwich pattern, a green, red, green pattern. Now you need to think about such patterns to keep the stop losses small. But as a conservative trader, I would prefer to go with the day's low as my stop loss, because you also need to give some time to develop the trade. What do you mean by time to develop the trade? That you need to place a very proper SL. If you're putting just below the candle low and it is very tiny one, chances are very good that it will take your stop loss first and then it will start moving. So if you're putting a 6 rupee stop loss in 2000 rupee stock, it is not even 1/3, right? So chances will be good that it will take your stop loss and then it will start moving. Just getting a higher RR, we cannot compromise with the SL level as well. It's very clear, right? And try to put the SL just below the important level. As you can see, many times it touches and respects the important level, right? The monthly levels, weekly levels, and the daily levels. So let's see other days as well. So generally, I don't recommend to go for a very quick scalpings looking at 1 minute charts. If you are if you're capable enough to handle the pressure or handle the volatility in a matter of a minute, you can definitely enter looking at the 1 minute chart. For beginners, I would request you to stick with the 5 minute chart. Okay, that is more preferable. Now see, the Dr. Reddy was there with the morning buzzer. I will let you know the concept of morning buzzer first. So generally, as soon as you will come to know that a stock came in a morning buzzer, that means it come up with huge active pre-market volumes. Okay, now the stock opened gap down. See here, now the stock opened gap down and started inching higher. This is the structure of gap down bullish. But do you see, is there anything at a single time price come above this particular zone? No, I'm talking about the yesterday's close. So price did not came above the yesterday close. Moreover, in the first 5 minutes, when it come with the red morning zone, that suggests you that you can look for stock to sell. Now, not a single candle is having a fall off. In morning buzzer, what we need is we need a follow up candle. If there is a good follow up candle, I'm more interested to go for selling it. But there is no follow up candle as such. So you can ignore this stock. If you want to go for selling it, start looking for first 15-20 minutes itself. If it is making any ORB or it is making a follow up candle continuously, you can go for the morning buzzer stocks, because these are the stocks which gives you a quick gain. But if it's not moving in that desired direction, simply ignore it. That is perfectly fine. All right. So Divya is asking what is ORB. ORB is nothing but opening range breakout. As I shown you in iShares, you will get it here. Okay, guys. You will get it in live market query. So why I use, or personally we use this kind of queries to get a consolidation in the morning itself. See, here's the query. So whenever you will click it, in the first 15 minutes, you will start getting the stocks. Now observe only those stocks which are on your particular buying or selling radar. Any random stock will appear, will not give you money. But yes, if that appearance happened near any respected level, which is now getting uh, taken out by the important zone, then you can go for buying selling. I will show you how exactly it works. Okay. Now this is Eicher Motor. And this is the day. Now let's go on 15 minutes. Okay. If you see the first 15-minute candle, this is the high and this is the low made by the first 15-minute candle. That means it is the opening range for Eicher Motor for first 15 minutes. Now the stock is on my buy radar. It started forming another insider candle. As soon as you will get closing above that zone, I'm more interested to go for buy, because a day prior it was on my watch list for buying. Another important thing is there was a DR level where you can put your stop loss as well, just below that zone. So it's an opening range breakout. This is nothing but ORB. So you will get a general alerts as well in ORB. Try to focus on your particular stocks which are forming such patterns. Now these are nothing but the morning entry points, guys. Okay. So let's quickly see the alerts that came, and then I will show you the my morning alerts that I particularly track. Now see, this is Zeal. Okay. How many of you have traded in Zeal on 11th November? Okay, that's good. So Nimesh, generally first 15 to 20 minutes you need to track. Okay. And then after till 10:30, yeah, 10:30 is perfect time. Till 10:30, if you are getting any breakout on 5-minute candle, you can go for it. Okay. So here, this is called base violation. This is called a base violation. What do you mean by base violation? This is one of your entry method. I will show you the entry methods. Okay. So you will get your doubts clear. Now see here. This is nothing but a base violation. Okay. A base violation is nothing but a red candle in first 5 minutes. Price goes sideways and then breaks the high of the day. The high made on the first 5-minute candle itself, right? And now another strong candle conquered that high. See what happened in Zeal. The first 5-minute candle was a red candle. Price started coming down and then it took U-turn, keeping the support of BSL line. This is nothing but buyer seller line of the heaviest transactions. And it broke the high on a closing basis. This is very good confirmation. Generally, the stock must be having any breakout, any up momentum, but the earlier session, it started showing you the down biasness. Now, whoever in the first 4-5 minutes, in the first 5-10 minutes, being as a seller, now they get completely stuck. That's what I'm saying. Now, you need to understand who gets stuck. And then as soon as you will get a closing above that zone, you now know the trend is very clear. Now the morning people will start unwinding their position. New breakout traders will enter as a buyer. It will move the stock very high and very quick. Let's check Zeal on 11th November. See here. What happened? Now, if you see, this was the previous resistance. This is the first 5-minute candle. Is the same day? Just a moment. Okay, so it is shown on 2 minutes. All right. So as soon as you will get a close just above that zone, the alert pop up. So this will become your stop loss and a strong move above the previous resistances. This will allows you to go for a quick trade. So entry was somewhere around 196, 197 zone, and it moved more than 1%, that too in a matter of next 30 minutes or so. Now these are the quick gains that we get when the stock is having a good move, looking at the open interest, looking at the volume, and that too along with the clear breakouts. See this concept. Red candle followed by green, red, green. This means price is slowly going down. People are more seller in that zone. As soon as you will get a closing candle above it, whoever seller in this zone, they will now get panicked and they'll start unwinding their position. Buy somewhere here, keeping a small stop loss. That's the logic behind that trade. All right. Here was another stock which came on radar, which was Cipla, somewhere around 738 zone. Now that entire day, it didn't move much. We'll show you the good part. See now. What formation it is? Can anyone tell me quickly? Yeah. What formation it is? Exactly. So it's a triangular breakout pattern. It's an ascending one where the alert came somewhere here, right? It took a retracement and then started moving up. It did not much move that entire day. Hardly 4-5 rupee move happened. And then the actual breakout came on next day above that triangle. So that day it wasn't that happening move happened in the stock. The move was shifted on next day. But the good thing is it didn't take this SL as well, because SL we kept just below the first retracement zone, right? We started entering in that stock somewhere here. It took a retracement, it removed the weak hand and then started moving up. But up till here, it was already 3 p.m. So generally, don't stretch your trades near 315. If you are not getting something out of it, try to book the profits or try to get out near break even levels. That is perfectly fine. All right, these are the patterns generally helps in the second half. All right. Now this was Hiromoto. Hiromoto also started engaging with some of the important zone. The stock was earlier in your buying radar as well on your watch list same day. And then after forming a base was one thing. Let's talk on chart itself. So what happened here? If you see, it went in a consolidation for some time the other day. Today, it formed a very volatile move in the morning itself. See, this is the first candle. That is a 915 candle. Okay. Not a single candle closed below the first candle's low. When you go for selling or when you go for buying, always look for who is getting conquered on a closing basis to see some panic. Not a single candle closed below that zone. Moreover, the important lines started appearing here. This was a pure consolidation zone. In pure consolidation zone, the buyer seller started tussling, muscling in between, and whoever come up with a winning hand have a very high probability that will move the price in their direction. Now, see here, this is where the yesterday close, the important line, and above that, the recommendation was to go for buy, keeping the consolidation zone low as your stop loss. For the next few minutes, it started going sideways and then a swift move happened, right? So from this 3060 zone, 3090 zone, a smooth 1% move happened in Hiromoto. Now this was momentum stock which come up with this NY Pro pattern. What do you mean by this pattern? Now these are nothing but your one of a buying pattern. If you see a green candle, price goes sideways and then a fresh breakout. Green candle, price goes sideways and then a fresh breakout. These are the classic moves that a bullish sign that shows a very good bullish signs. So gap down bullish, price goes sideways and then started moving up. This consolidation low can be your stop loss. So you need to enter above the consolidation. See here, you need to enter above the consolidation, keeping the consolidations low as your stop loss. This is exactly what we have done. This was the stop loss. We entered as soon as the high got conquered. Now, these are the entry methods we are talking about. And whenever you will have your stock on your buying or selling radar and showing you a similar moves, you can think about entering in that stock. The concepts I mentioned thoroughly based on these entries only. But now what is an age that we are getting higher probability that the stock itself is filtered through the system which are having the highest volumes, the highest open interest generated for that particular day. And then if that particular day more active traders are present in that stock, chances are very good that it will start showing you the moves, and it will start showing you moves very handsomely. You see here, for the day, see, after a one good move, price started inching higher and it come up above the first morning high, that is the first intraday resistance. Price is showing you the upper move and the confirmation we get on a closing basis candle. We are now entering, keeping the retracement low as your stop loss. That will turn into a biggest success. All right. So you will get some stocks in the morning itself to trade, some stock in the afternoon. Generally, if you're getting anything in the afternoon, try to buy above the day's high. Okay. Or if the stock is making a super bottom, looking at a very good confirmations, that is single or double dotted line or any important zones, right? Now this is the SBN, which was clearing the cluster. See here. If you see, there was an important level, daily support, and the buyer seller line. Now, on a smaller time frame, price is inching down. Moreover, whatever support was there, it is now breach. Whenever a clear breakout happens on a closing basis, you can think about going for a trade, keeping a small stop loss just above first retracement level where the selling has started. All right. This is what we have done. So now generally what your age in these stocks, when you get an alert, a pro alert for a buy or sell, you start engaging yourself looking at what are the important level close to your stock. Now keep them, refer them as your stop losses, the next important line as your exit point. Only if it is giving you a decent profit, that is a kind of 1:2 kind of risk reward ratio. Sometime it may not provide that risk reward ratio, but as soon as it will start moving there, you can trail your stop loss near your buy level. So if the retracement come, you are not going to end up losing any capital. Okay. So this is nothing but the ORB concept we are talking about. It is on 1 minute, but if you can see a strong green candle appeared, then a dotted line, price took a retracement and a clear breakout. Right? These are your NY patterns, and these are exactly the opening range breakouts as well. Someone asked me about the ORB, right? See the strong candle of Nifty 50 itself. Price went sideways and then a prior breakdown. So these are the things that you need to observe on chart. If you're getting them perfectly, they are the best day to trade. They are the just general alerts, not the pro one. A very sharp one as well on 1 minute, so nothing much to see here. Now here we had some stocks on our radar, specifically the TCS was there for your reversal trade when it made a extended rally and started coming near an important zone. And then it was actually the day's low which formed with a strong rounding bottom. Then we got the alert somewhere around 16-15 zone. We'll show you on the chart itself on 18th November. See now, this is an exhausted rally. What happened? Earlier, they started on a weaker note. This was the first zone. This was the second zone. Now this is the exhausted rally and price start going sideways. When price goes start sideways with a smaller candles after a good fall, chances are there looking at a very lucrative price, buyers start engaging there. Okay. And generally it leads to a super reversal at the bottom. If you want to catch the reversals, try to address the mid part of the day, that is in between 11 to 1:30, because if the market is about to take a reverse direction, you will start getting the accumulation and the distribution in those zones. And if the stock appears near an important zone, start forming a consolidation, a W pattern or sandwich patterns at the bottom. Then after getting a clear breakout, you can think about going up. And that day, it wasn't moved much. Only a 0.5% or more than that move happened in that stock. The next day, it resulted into a gap up. So we are not recommending you to be in that stock for the day, but generally, stock gets some reversal move looking at such patterns. Okay. Okay, so NK is asking, do ORB and NY pattern in first 30 minutes gives high probability stock to trade? Yes, obviously they do. After 12 hours, after 12 p.m., I try to get sell trade in SW pattern. Sometimes this strategy works. See, now in the afternoon, what are the things that happen? I will tell you. In the morning session, you will get a very good strength in the market because most active traders are present in that zone. In the afternoon zone, when the European markets are about to open, in between, if there's no much action or no much news in the market, you start getting a dull market or you are getting a liquidity crunch in between, where chances are good that you will start seeing some reversal patterns. But if you start engaging in that zone now, you will not get much rewarding one. As soon as you say, suppose market is having a down direction, okay, for the morning session. Now European market opens, they open on a higher note. Now chances are good that market will take a U-turn. If they open red itself, the chances are very good that the market will show you the same trend. Now you can get engaged with the stocks after 1 p.m. If the stock is having a clear direction, more than that, if it's a stock is having a clear breakouts, the chances are very good that you are going to make some good money. Now, the last day, that is on Friday, market took a sharp turn, right? On the basis of some NBFC news and the overall, it took a sharp turn. And then after, when you will start engaging with the stocks, which forms a good patterns in the same direction, now you can think about going for those stocks. Generally, the stocks which were going down and then started making such VCPs. What do you mean by VCPs? These are voluntary contraction patterns. As soon as you will get confirmation about that zone, you can think about going in that direction. If the similar sector is also showing the same strength, these are your second half entries. So generally, wait for 1 p.m. to get the confirmations for second half entries. Okay, guys? Here, you will get definitely super moves. Okay. So generally, if you want to go for reversals, you can click it on reversals, where we start getting stocks which are having extraordinary moves. Okay. And then sometimes it come up with the divergences as well. Now the stock is having a divergence and stock is coming into a reversal move. We'll show you on Nifty itself. It will be better to understand this way. Now see here closely. Now track this very closely. Okay, it's a 5-minute chart. Here on Nifty, price is forming higher high, right? The same time, what is the story on RSI? It is forming higher low. What scenario it is? It's a bearish divergence, right? So you will get the stock in divergence. Moreover, if you see on every high, stock is not sustaining above a particular level, whether it may be forming a evening star, a partial cloud pattern, or a bearish harami. Now these are the indications that price may take a U-turn, and in that case, if there's anything important line such as daily resistance or weekly resistance, or any dotted line starts appearing in that zone, these are the higher probability trades. Okay, where you can exactly take a position looking at a small stop loss. So reversal trades provides you a very small stop loss to enter with. As soon as an important level gets break, you can enter looking at that closing candle. All right, see, the same thing happened next day as well. Now price started coming down, and here when price form a lower low, RSI form a higher low, right? It's a pure divergence. And then if you start observing any dotted lines, any important daily, weekly, monthly lines, then you can think about going for buying at that zone, looking at any convincing pattern like SW pattern. or any consolidation breakout patterns, or looking at a very stretched sharp morning stars that are pin bars. So these are the double confirmations that we get on price itself. Clear with this reversal formations? Right? All right. So these are some of the examples that I wanted to share with you from past 1 weeks, past 2 weeks actually, because in Diwali week we had any session in between. But try to engage with the market more actively, looking at the price, raw price itself, and take a full advantage of this support and resistance levels and the dynamic support that forms along with the BSL lines, the dotted lines. And then if the small patterns also appear there, it will give you a higher probability trade. Moreover, it's a risk more rewarding trade, right? All right, we'll do that. Okay, guys. So we'll stop here. It's almost 1:15. So we'll connect in mid session of this week, coming week, and we'll do more interactive sessions such like this. And if you have any doubts, any queries, okay, you can ask me in that session. All right. Sure. I will about to provide you the recordings. Okay. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Have a peaceful Sunday. Take care.